Hey, Talking Joe fans, it's Mark here, and welcome to a 150 anniversary special. Now, this episode was originally recorded as a live stream, so if you want to check out the full visual content, you can head on over to the Talking Joe YouTube channel to see that all. This is in a quiz format, which involves some visual elements, and you can download the PDF of the quiz if you want to view that as you go on the audio only. The PDF will be available on patreon.com/talkingjoe, available to all. Although, if you're there, you can always, give us a little something. Feel free. Anyway, the first few minutes of this episode, the audio is a little bit poppy. Blame Chief's mic for that, but we resolved that fairly quickly, so it doesn't last too long. With all that said, I hope you enjoy the quiz, and here we go.
Live from the Talking Joe studios, it's Talking Joe.
Talking Joe is on the air.
Yes, indeed. Here we are. We are live on the air down your YouTubes. So welcome to the anniversary edition, 150 episodes of Talking Joe. And we're joined by some very special guests to do our Squiduenjoe special quiz. So I think now's as good a time to introduce some of those people. So let's start over here. There he is, live from his loft. It's the man, it's the Chief, it's the founder of Talking Joe. Good to have you with us, Chief.
I'd like to say co-founder, but I'm not going to say founder. You're right.
Yeah. So let's see. Who else is waiting in the wings?
Hey, listen,
let's go.
I'm three gins in, so anything could happen.
Yeah, I hope you've got an empty bottle handy, or rather, I hope you don't. He's looking around. Here we go. Who's up next?
Sea not yet cold, it's Chris McLeod. He's rather rude and rather loud. He loves that GI Joe hovercraft. He'll take that whale and go. Soon may the co-host come to bring us comics and chat and fun. One day when the talking's done, we'll take our leave and go.
Go. Hi.
It's Chris. He was the first replacement presenter once Ben had been broken and replaced and joined by Chris.
And they replaced him with another broken part, basically. Yeah. What can I say?
This first time in the same room, since episode 100, we think.
Yeah, I think it was. What we are now, 150. Good times.
150.
I remember saying at the end of that episode, "Yeah, guys, I'm up for jumping on any time for any episode." And this is the next email I got. So awesome.
Very good. And what happened when you were broken and replaced? We got in somebody else. Who was it though?
Bring your body like an S-job toy. Shake your toy from side to side.
Whoa! He's bringing his own effects.
Dark continent. Well, it's pitch black, guys. It's
4 a.m.
4 a.m. down under. Ooh. But here we are. I couldn't miss it for the world, man.
GI Joe dedication. It's Joe-dedication. It's
Today it's Talking Joe dedication. Yeah, Mark. 150 came around a lot quicker than I expected. Congratulations, man.
It would have been even quicker if I'd have numbered every episode.
You gave us some freebies along the way.
You must be on like 170 or something if you include all the others.
Well, yeah, if you do the maths, we've been going for about 3.5 years, so pretty much every week. So, but don't tell anyone. It's 150, guys. So
everyone knows, Mark, you're all right. You're safe.
Good. So after Steve left as the regular co-host, it was this guy, and then when Chief left, we had to bring in one new person. Here he is.
I really want to talk Joe with you. It's a real American Tim. American Tim.
Woo! Hello.
There he is,
Hello.
waiting
Hello.
under his desk.
Hello, Internet, and hello, co-hosts. I have to ask, I have a question for each of you. Mark, are you dressed up like me? Because we are the current hosts of Talking Joe, right? My signature red and black. Chief, did you cut your hair, or have I not been paying attention?
That was a while ago, but now you say you dressed up, I've decided, let's go topless. I'll go topless.
I think, you know what, you could put a positive Joe-specific spin on this. Maybe you're just sort of partially cosplaying as Gung Ho, or as I'm trying to think, Big
Need some facial
Boa.
hair.
Big Boa, he's a crazy helmet.
I'll take that.
I don't want to see your crazy helmet. Look.
Whoa, I thought you were going to show us your crazy helmet for a second.
I'm freezing in the loft now. I'm putting that back on.
My question for Chris, with all of the success you have had talking into your microphone to the internet since you left Talking Joe, is this really slumming for you?
Yeah.
And
I've had to drop down a massive level here, seriously. No, not at all.
And my question for S-Jubs, did you stay up late or wake up early?
Bit of both. I couldn't sleep. I was too excited, Tim. I had every intention to go to bed early, but no, that didn't happen, man.
Hey, wait a minute.
Okay.
Where's Jay?
So Jay is waiting in the wings.
Jay.
Sorry to disappoint, Chief. I'm keeping my shirt on. How is everybody today?
Wired.
Well,
Good. Are you ready
What a-
to quiz?
Yeah. Let's test the experts.
What a full house, or stacked deck, or choice platoon. What's the GI Joe term for
Sigma
So
six.
let's say 18, but
Sigma six.
Cola.
six pack? What a six pack we are.
Sigma 6.
6-pack.
There we are. What a Sigma six pack we are.
Excellent. So we are doing the what's the name? Squiduenjoe.
The return of Squiduenjoe.
Mark, for the thousands of people watching this now and in the future who have missed the previous iteration of that pun, that name, can you explain to our many fans what the hell that word is?
Yeah.
me.
So
Back to me.
So we started off by doing a segment called Innuendo, which was where I did innuendo, talked about GI Joe names that I found funny, like torpedoes, nickname,
Like
that
Chris
kind of thing.
McLeod. I just can't stop laughing. Codename Chris McLeod. What is that?
And then we got to the end of that, and Squid Game was big, and I wanted to do a GI Joe quiz, and I thought, how can I crowbar in at something Squid Game related?
I just got the squid part. I'm like, I get everything else, but what's the squid about? I see now. I get it. I'm there.
So squids, and then we started doing it specifically about water-based GI Joe characters because they live in the water like squids. And now we're just doing it about any old thing.
So if we get a question wrong, are we getting like killed?
Yeah, you're getting one of these.
That's really harsh. Okay, cool.
Red light, but if you do particularly well, so there we go. But
Smooth.
it's a segment,
So yay.
so it's got, so we're gonna let's have the jingle for Squiduenjoe.
G.I. Joe Cobra General Knowledge.
A little bit serious and tense now.
Yeah, that jingle ends on a on a severe note. It's so dramatic. It's not the typical Mark 80s pop or late 90s hip hop musical sting that I'm used to.
So the idea of what we'll be doing today is basically we've each prepared a round, and I've prepared a couple of special surprises too. So we'll sort of go through those and score ourselves, and sort of basically see how we get going. I've got a score sheet up and ready there, so that gives you an idea. So each round, just scribble down how your answer, score yourself as we're reading out the answers, and then we'll tot them up at the end of each round. So I think we are ready to start, basically. But hold up, what's this? It's an incoming special guest message. What could it possibly be?
Hey guys, friend of the show, Andrew Griffith here. Just wanted to wish a happy anniversary, first of all, to Talking Joe for, I guess it's 150 episodes. Congratulations, that's pretty huge. I got a trivia question for you, and I'll be back with that later.
Nice.
Friend of the show and artist Andrew Lee Griffith there. Did you see his shelves? Wow. There was all sorts of goodness on there.
I thought you were talking about the shelves themselves, not the actual.
There's more the things on the shelves.
Okay, I thought you were just going to say, like, I love that MDF he's got going on.
I saw a Tomahawk, a GI Joe base. Nice.
Just a quick technical question. I'm hearing a little bit of crunchiness in my ears. Is that?
I'm hearing a lot of crunchiness.
That's Chief muted. So I think Chief is the culprit. Chief, if you're able to get some headphones or something.
Are we sure?
Is it the sound of all of the air in Chief's?
Let's remove.
I'm pretty sure this wasn't a ploy.
Why
just to make
that
that
full
happen.
screen? That should have been full screen.
Full screen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What people will cut out afterward and clip it. Chief's backside walking away.
Zoom in on that as well.
Chief at a Zoom meeting.
I'm reminded of a term that Talking Joe taught me. When Chief described the conditions in his loft, he would often call it Baltic. And I have loved that term ever since. Like, it's Baltic in here. Like, freezing. Yeah, great.
Okay.
And yet he has his top off.
There he is.
How you getting on, Chief?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's better.
Good. That is better.
Apologies. So that is, I've ruined the first 13 minutes of the show there. Fantastic.
Pretty much, yeah.
You started the show, so we'll give it to you this time.
Good spot by Tim, though, because if Tim hadn't said anything, we'd have had an hour and a half of ruined show.
I just thought it was what you guys had as audio. I just thought that was like every episode. So
I thought someone was making coffee behind them. maybe it's 4 a.m. where you are, and you're brewing some coffee to stay awake.
Okay. Well, I apologise to Mark, Tim, and Jay for all the people that dropped off after about 4 minutes and didn't return. So apologies for that. Oh, it's crystal clear. It's like I'm in the room with you guys now. Brilliant.
Okay, so
amazing.
What's up next? So first up, we have got the Ben Flying Retro Tribute round. So it's easing you into the quiz with the concept of what we're doing, but it's also paying tribute to the co-founder Ben Flying Retro, who is not joining us today. So
Chump.
It was like a memorial thing for him for a second. I'm like, I didn't know he passed away.
The last thing he did before he died, wrote 5 questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's up there looking down on us. It's not that he's dead; he's just very condescending.
I cannot get this one wrong, really, can I? How can I get this one wrong?
So, question 1: name this Joe.
Aren't they all gonna be
Big
like this?
something. Okay.
Yeah.
note down your answers, and we'll move on. So lots of questions, so we'll try and chop through them. Okay, question 2. Obi-Wan Kenobi was also known as Obi Blank Kenobi. Old Blank Kenobi.
This is a genius round, by the way.
Old Blank Kenobi.
I've already got it. Like, I understand what he's doing.
Question number 3. What was the name of Michael Jackson's pet rat?
Genius. Absolute genius.
I like how all of us are actually writing this down.
Yep.
Do you need some thinking time? I've got a timer because this is a difficult one. So here we go. Let's set the timer going.
Well, my answers might surprise you.
Okay.
Is that the actual rat, or is that just a stock picture of a rat?
That is the single cover, a signed single cover, actually.
I've got that box set. Sorry, anyway.
So, question number 4. This is a bit more involved.
Bad work with the font color there.
So, born January 1706, I was one of the founding fathers of the United States, and I am known for my inventions, including the lightning rod. My face can be seen on the $100 bill. Who am I?
You
can just use an abbreviated version of his first name if you like. That's fine.
These questions are a particular kind of GI Joe trivia, and I'm thinking all the issues where there have been $100 bills or references.
Oh, it's deep dive. It's proper deep dive.
Yeah. Okay, and then here we go. Here's an Action Force cover. What is the official name of the clock tower in London? What is the official name?
I love that 2 of these answers are the exact same, as well as all of them being the exact same.
Chris,
sorry.
Take it away.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, let's go to the answers, so you can tick away against how you've done. So, question number 1. Let's see. Here we go.
I put big ball bag.
Unreal.
No, wrong.
So big. Big Ben.
I refuse to get any wrong, so I'm writing everyone down exactly.
Old something Kenobi. It was
I put
old
geezer.
Ben Kenobi.
I put old geezer.
Kenobi.
I had old dirty bastard.
Yeah.
I was thinking of those Marvel stories set in the wasteland. Old man Kenobi.
Old man.
Yeah. Nice.
Old man Kenobi.
So close. So what was the name of Michael Jackson's pet rat?
Frank.
Ben.
That would be
It
a
was
fatal
Ben.
furry.
I kind of wish you'd thrown one in that wasn't Ben to try and trick us. Do you know what I mean?
Are you sure?
Maybe.
Are you sure, Chris, that one of these is a trick?
I don't know. I'll find out in a second.
Chris, do you want to change the answer to number 5?
I do now. Yeah. Damn it.
He's shown it on screen. It's too late.
Too late now.
So question number 4: the founding father, Benjamin Franklin. Ben would also be acceptable as an answer. And question number 5, what is the official name of the clock tower in London that was blown up on the front cover of London in Peril? It was, of course, the clock tower renamed the Elizabeth Tower in 2012. Big Ben is, of course, the nickname for the Great Bell of the tower.
Well played.
So, did anyone get that last question correct?
No.
I put the big un.
The big one. Ah, so close. So, how did we score on that round, folks? So, Tim, how'd you do? 4. Jay.
I got every one of them wrong.
Yeah.
Chris was dangling 4 fingers.
I also got 4, yes. Thank you.
Steve.
4.
Wow.
And Chief.
Yeah, I'm in the J Club, unfortunately.
You were going for the funny.
Being clever.
Clever. Okay.
No, not
so
clever or funny.
Elizabeth Tower. Oh, that's one thing I will never forget now.
So up next, it's Chiefs round, which we're calling Chiefs Tough Decisions.
Jesus help you all here.
Oh.
I can make this bigger if you can't see this font, Chief.
No,
but...
we can read that. Nice colouring on the font this time.
Do you want to go with your first question, Chief? So this round, what we're going to do is do each one, have a discussion, and Chief will decide who's got the best answer.
Yeah. So growing your own fruit and veg is great. However, after a tough winter, your garden is low on stock. You head to the local allotment. I don't know what that's called in the United States. That is a place where it's a communal fruit and veg growing place to buy some fresh produce. And there are 3 patches to choose from. Who do you buy your fruit and veg from? Dr. Mindbender's patch, Bazookas, or Gung-Ho's?
I'll say for myself, having seen the size of Bazooka when he lets himself go, he's probably the best one to go with in terms of food. So I'm gonna stick with Bazooka. I know Gung-Ho's got the whole Cajun thing going on, but with my tummy, if I ate anything Cajun, it would go straight through me. And obviously, I'm steering clear of anything. I'm steering clear of anything Mindbender, because that'll just be either brainwave scanned or filled with hideous chemicals. So I'm gonna go with Bazooka.
Okay, very good.
I'm going to go with Mindbender. Have you seen what that guy looks like with his shirt off? Well, you can only see what that guy looks like with his shirt off. Yeah, man. They say bodybuilding is like, I don't know, 70% what you put in terms of eating. So he's got his game down, man. He's jacked.
I would argue I've very rarely seen Mindbender without that scenario. That he is topless. So,
and we never see him pumping iron or anything, so he must be eating his way into
it's all in the diet.
Fitness. All in the supplements or whatever he's putting into his veggie patch, I guess.
Okay, Tim.
I'm gonna go. Can I come up with a different answer that's not an option? I'm gonna go with Harvey Lathrop, who grows giant vegetables in an episode of the cartoon. I know we're really focused on the comic book here, but that episode where the giant vegetables take over Chicago are Harvey Lathrop.
Amazing.
I'm buying my vegetables.
Very good.
And Jay.
Mindbender, for sure. Yeah, all about the GMOs. Look, you're not going to get superpowers from eating healthy vegetables. You know, Spider-Man didn't just get spider powers. They happen somehow. You know, give me the chemicals. Going with Mindbender.
You might also grow an extra head as well.
He's jacked. Yeah.
Chief, who gets that one?
So I can't unfortunately go with Bazooka or Gung-Ho because I don't feel that they eat any vegetables. I feel they're pure meat 24/7. Tim's answer, very good outside the box, but unfortunately I have not seen the cartoon, any of them. So apart from the movie, so I can't unfortunately go with that. So I am going to have to plump with Dr. Mindbender because I think he grows some good plants, if you know what I'm saying. So let's go Dr. Mindbender.
So that was Steve and Jay, I think, getting a point there.
I'm on the board now.
Correct.
I'm on the board. Okay, next up.
Okay, your old job was boring, so you decided on a career change. Who do you seek out for career advice? Duke, Tomax, or Thrasher?
Let's go.
I got no idea what the answer is, by the way. It's
Actually, let's go bottom to top. Start Jay and work up to Chris. Jay.
Duke, just because he's our Boy Scout. Gotta love Duke.
Okay.
He's not going to cheat to win, and unlike Thrasher, he's at least always going to smell decent.
I was going to say Duke because he speaks 6 or 7 languages, but at the same time, he's only been a first sergeant for 40 years. So,
no career progression. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think
no upward mobility.
I'm gonna say Duke. It's the 6 languages, 7 languages.
Okay.
Gotta respect that.
Steve.
Well, this might be the conservative option, but Tomax. I mean, he stepped away from a life in the armed services and then was a businessman of great achievement. And the fact that he doesn't have the scar tells me that he is more conservative than his brother.
We're careful.
So perhaps, yeah, exactly. Perhaps he was the one who got extensive enterprises off the ground, really, that kind of slow and steady wins the race philosophy.
I bet he can forge his brother's signature. I think the toy package tells me to just write his name and hold it up to a mirror.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to pick out a very important part of this question, and that is your old job was boring, right? If boring is the key factor here, then I'm sorry, but Duke and Tomax are well out the window. For me, I'm going on this new career path with Thrasher, which is obviously going to be illegal. And everywhere you go, you'll be picking flies out your teeth because there ain't no windshield in that Thunder machine. So I'm going to go with Thrasher for a bit of, a bit of oomph, because obviously that's a change for me in the less boring department.
All good answers, all relevant. I could appoint the answer, the points anywhere, but I am going to please Mr. Diagnostic 80 by going with Thrasher. And one of the main reasons is I myself am a lifelong bum. I'm very averse to working.
We saw it earlier.
Yeah, I do not like any kind of responsibility or hard graft. So Thrasher's my man to show me a good time.
Thrasher.
Taking a dip, love.
Serrano, I didn't know it was you. Sorry.
Right on.
Question 3. Damn, you're due to play a gig at the local bar and your backing singer's called in sick with a sore throat. You have 3 people on speed dial. Who do you call to pitch in? Is it Tripwire, the Baroness, or Roadblock?
Damn.
Who's going first?
It's up to Mark. Mark has to choose.
Okay, let's go middle out. So
Middle out. No one's ever said that before.
Tim.
So we've got to get our middle bits out. Are you saying?
All right.
Chief's already got it.
Haven't we done that
Again.
already?
This is not only is sort of a logical answer not immediately jumping to me, a hilarious answer, and it's reasonable. Again, I always default on the cartoon, so it's like, well, in the animated series, Roadblock rhymed, and a lot of songs have rhyming. So I want to say Roadblock, but I know that Chief won't give me a point for that because he hasn't watched the cartoon. So I'm going to say Roadblock.
No. Okay. Yep. No, that's fine.
Yeah, he's a backing singer though. He might start crashing in on the lead vocals. Steve next.
Doesn't matter if she can sing or not. She's a hot chick in leather, man, and that always goes down a treat.
Tripwire then.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm gonna go with the Baroness. Can't go wrong when you
Chris.
Let me think about this. I'm trying to think what Tripwire could possibly bring to the table here.
Hilarity.
It'd be
pyrotechnics
all over the place. It'd be pulling cables out by accident. It'd be an absolute calamitous scenario. But I'm trying to think if that would be entertaining for the crowd, and it probably would. So I'm going to go for the more entertaining option of having an absolute klutz falling around all over the place behind everybody, not doing his job, and the mic being off and all that kind of stuff. So I think that would be that's my favorite one to go with. So I'm going to go with Tripwire, even if it's wrong.
Cool. Jay.
I got to go with the Baroness. Same reason S-Jub says. Black leather. Yeah. Baroness.
Okay.
The Baroness. See, I keep reverting to the cartoon. The Baroness does have a conch, a seashell.
Keep it clean.
A magical seashell. So in the cartoon, she plays it, and all the men who hear it fall under her spell. So she's not singing, but it is a musical instrument. Sorry, I interrupted.
Okay.
Chief, you were gonna pick me for my Roadblock answer, I believe.
Again, all good answers. But let's not forget that I am now aligned with Thrasher, so I've my chances of gainful employment are slim, so I need all the money I can get. So Occam's razor, sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one. And in this case, it is roadblock because I want to sound at least half decent.
All right.
That's
Check on-
1 to 10.
All right.
I didn't realize we were like now in the cheap cinematic universe from question one. I'm not taking that into consideration now.
Okay, question 4. I can't remember any of these questions. You have the day off work, so decide to, that fits. So decide to take a trip to the zoo. Your 3 buddies, Recondo, Captain Gridiron, and Dusty, want to tag along.
Brilliant.
Whilst at the zoo, disaster strikes. Harriet, the hippopotamus, is in labour, but the zoo doctor is sick. Which of your friends rushes in to help deliver this baby hippo?
Let's keep it simple. Let's start top down again. Chris.
I was
Top
hoping
down.
to get a bit of time to think about this. Right, let's think about this. Harriet the hippopotamus is in labour, and the zoo doctor's sick. Oh, that's such a shame. I'm gonna say I've got no good answer for this, other than I can imagine helping give birth to a hippo would be a little bit like a quarterback snap in American football. So, you kind of like, you crouch down, you got your hands near the entryway, waiting for it to come out, and then bang, out it comes, and then I can see
Bang.
in his own receiver in space in the end zone. Well, not in the end zone at that point, depending how close you were, I suppose, to it, and just launching it to
Launch this baby hippo.
I mean, everyone Dusty. Me. So yeah, everyone
see that as a TV episode, don't they? An animated episode of Captain Gridiron launching a baby hippo 50 yards.
I'm going Captain Gridiron once again for the lols.
Okay.
I just enjoy coming up with hilarious scenarios. So yeah, Gridiron for me.
Okay. Steve.
Well, I want to be original, but at the same time, there are only 3 options and there are 4 contestants. So I'm going to ride the coattails of Diagnostic and say Captain Gridiron for all those reasons.
Good skills, man. Good thinking.
Quick ball.
Broken record. There's this episode of the cartoon where the Joes are in the jungle and this rhino is charging, and I think it's Gung Ho is going to shoot it, and Recondo says, "No, I can get it to run past us and like fall off a cliff and land in a river, and we won't have to hurt it." So for the connections with animals thing, Recondo.
And Jay.
I was thinking Recondo because, jungle, and if anybody would have the ability and the smarts. But my first guess really was Captain Gridiron because of the protective gear.
Suited up, ready.
Yeah,
that's how he goes. That's how he dresses when he goes to the zoo as well. Which
it probably is.
So, Chief, which one is the right answer?
If I was any kind of Joe fan, obviously the point would go to Tim for that deep cut reference, but unfortunately I'm not. So Captain Gridiron wins the points.
Yes. Yes.
So that was Jay and Chris and Steve. So there we go. Keeping track of the numbers as I'm going there. Okay.
Last one.
Number 5.
Brilliant.
Okay, you're on a 99 consecutive streak of Wordle successes. Like most people, you annoyingly share your results on social media, and you need to get this 100th one right. Who do you call to make sure you don't fail? Road Pig, the Softmaster, or the Big CC?
Jay, why didn't you start?
Yeah.
Bottom to top again, Jay.
I'm going to go with Softmaster, and the only reason is because Softmaster. Well, I was thinking, I thought for a second that was the hard master, and I was going to say, well, if he's just lived in Japan, he might not know that many words. We know that.
Actually, Wordle, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was someone else that developed it. I'm thinking of Sudoku.
That's completely different.
I was about to say, it was developed in Japan, wasn't it? Sudoku? No, this is Wordle, McLeod, not Sudoku. It's a completely different thing.
I still have to go with the Softmaster.
Okay, so back to the comics. Road Pig, with his multiple personalities, speaks in both lowercase and also uppercase word balloons. So I was thinking he's got a great vocabulary. But in the Larry Hama comics, the G.I. Joe character overall, who has the best vocabulary, is Cobra Commander. So Cobra Commander, this is the Larry Hama thing where he's using words like egregious.
Yeah.
He's getting upset. So Cobra Commander.
Viciousness. Yes, lovely.
I want to Road Pig, because between Road Pig and Donald, at least you're going to have a kind of a low ball and high ball answer. So you kind of have some distinction between these two personas. And hey, what the hell, man? If you're hanging out with Thrasher, chances are, Road Pig's at least quick to hand. I wouldn't want to be the guy knocking on Cobra Commander's door saying, "Excuse me, Commander, help me with my Wordle, please."
Brave man.
I agree with everything that's been said, oddly enough here. My initial thought was maybe Road Pig for the Donald split personalities thing. Well, you kind of 50-50 on what you're getting with him. And if it's a time-sensitive scenario and he's just going to fill it out no matter what mindset he's in, then, you could be screwed there. So I kind of thought about that and then, no, cross that off. Softmaster, maybe, but I agree with Tim. I think Cobra Commander's got the best words in, although he's got a really incredible vocabulary. He uses it a lot. I'm not sure how many 5-letter words he knows. Honestly, I think he's been so deep in the vocabulary game now for so long that he's forgotten any words that begin that have anything from 1 to 5 letters. So I'm gonna say Donald Road Pig.
Yeah, you might end up with a cinder block to your phone if he doesn't get it right, though. Chief, what was the right answer?
Good answers, as always. Fantastic from the panelists here. I do agree with. I'm Rule J. Softmaster, get out of town, buddy. That's not happening. So
I misunderstood the question.
Okay.
I thought you were picking your opponent, and I was like, "Oh, you'd want to play against the Softmaster because he wouldn't have that many words."
No,
so
absolutely not.
I take any points I have away for completely misreading the question.
Cobra Commander, I do agree. The vocabulary is there. He will be coming up with words, but I wonder if he will be coming up with words that the founders of Wordle that are putting the answers in are not going to match up, because they're probably not going to know the 5-letter words that Cobra Commander has. And Road Pig Donald also, I think he's got a good chance. However, in this scenario, I'm going to roll a dice because I cannot decide myself. So let's get a dice a second. I've got a dice here somewhere.
I may win after all.
And we're going to... No, you're out. But I'm going to roll a dice between the other two. I can't find a dice. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do instead.
She's just trying to show off his body again.
I know he's...
No, absolutely not.
We're going to play rock, paper, scissors. We're going to play cinder block sticks.
What we're going to do is, in my hands, in one hand, I have the leg of Mr. Fix-It. So this was a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure, and I bought something, and I got the leg of Mr. Fix-It, and he's in one of my hands. So, Mark,
just
you got to pick either.
Just so you know, buddy, I've got to be off the call by Monday.
So, Mark, you're picking.
Okay, right hand.
Right hand. That's this one, and it has the Mr. Fix-It leg in it. Now, if you don't know Mr. Fix-It, Tim will know Mr. Fix-It. That is a guise of the Incredible Hulk when he was in Las Vegas working as a bouncer in his grey persona. So, and I've forgotten already whether I said the hat with Mr. Fix-It. I don't know who that was.
Cobra Commander, I think it was.
Yeah.
So was that Tim? Was that just Tim?
Yes, correct.
That was
two. So we have got Tim, Chris, and Steve on 6, and Jay trailing behind on 2.
Chief is trailing behind.
Chief is trailing behind even further on 0. Okay. So incoming. Special guest question. What have we got?
Hey guys, Andrew here again. Got a trivia question for you. So, what metal is fan favorite Destro's mask made out of?
Oh.
Can we just blurt it out?
You can, make a note for your evidence and then blurt it out. So Chief, go.
Is it beryllium steel?
Chief. So who else has got beryllium steel? Hands up. We've
Yes.
got everyone apart from Tim. Tim, what is your answer?
I sort of made up my half-remembered answer. It's molybdenum, molybdenum. But I put an X next
Where's
to it.
Molly? Where's
Where's Molly? Molly Steel. Molly
Now we
Steel,
see
of
who
course,
the
used on
Warcraft
his
fans are.
gauntlets. So let's see. We're going to go with the answer that Andrew gives. So what does he say?
Guys, a couple of minutes ago, I asked a trivia question. What metal is Destro's mask made out of? The answer, of course, is beryllium steel.
Wait, was that a version 2 Destro with a version 1 head?
I think it was the gold.
Well,
I think it was the gold heads not coming through there. Maybe on the video.
Are you sure? Can we trust this Andrew Lee Griffith to ask GI Joe questions? Is it possible that he had it wrong and Destro's mask is made out of some invented metal that I wrote down on this blue poster?
Maybe not. Maybe not the invented one. So what's next up? It is Chris. So we're going in order of guest hosting. So Chris up next with his mastermind style rounds that I have dumbed down a little bit.
Look at that cover.
Action Force International Heroes, 1987 to 1989.
It's interesting you mentioned Mastermind. Did you know that a question popped up a couple of weeks ago about what was the UK name for GI Joe? Did you know that? It popped up in a Mastermind episode. Yeah, and I've been trying to track it down for ages. My dad told me, sent me a message, so they got it right. Awesome.
There we go.
Okay,
let's go, Chris.
1. I'm on it. What was included with the first issue of Action Force Weekly, which hit shops on the 7th of March, 1987? I didn't do this. This is all Mark, all of it, because I just wanted you guys to have to struggle and work it out.
Yeah.
A mini comic, a badge, a sticker sheet, the next issue, a voucher to claim a free Action Force figure.
Okay, we'll do the answers at the end of the question. So, question 2.
In the comics,
I'm going to try in this round.
In the comic, who was the Ministry of Defence liaison and Action Force European Operations Commander?
Yeah.
Thames, Buxton, Trent, Eden, or Avon?
Okay.
He was a bastard as well.
I will say, if you want to be really fancy, I'm going to give you I'll give you the option of a bonus point for question 2. If you can give me the full name, you get a bonus point. Okay, so that there is just the surname, but if you can give me the full name, I will give you a bonus point. Oh well, Mark will give you a bonus point.
Yeah, I'll allow that because no one will get it.
Question 3. One of the first figures I ever purchased in the Hasbro Action Force line was Flint. The UK release changed a number of details about the character, including his birthplace. But what semi-famous UK cathedral city was he born? Batch, Exeter. Sorry.
That was meant to be Bath, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
With the special spelling, Bath.
Thrown me under the bus there. That's fine. Bath,
Bloody Mark.
Exeter, Lincoln, London, or Salisbury. And I'll tell you one thing: I feel like Ron Burgundy, who will read anything you put on the prompt.
Yeah, you didn't even question it. Batch.
Go batch yourself, San Diego. Yeah, that's what I should have said.
Okay.
Bath.
Go back. I haven't picked yet. I like the way you put what's semi-famous. What makes it semi-famous?
Because no one will know.
How many of them have Tim and Jay heard of?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you for why. Because originally I didn't give you a batch of answers. I gave you one answer to get.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay.
I've been to your fair country twice, British gentlemen.
Have you been to Batch,
and visited
though?
all of the cathedrals?
Have you been to Batch though? Because I don't think anyone has.
I have been to some cathedrals.
Good. Question 4. As well as birthplace changes, a number of characters also had partial name changes. What name did they give Blizzard? Gregory M. Natale, George Ludwig Ritter von Trapp, Gottlieb von Trapp, Michael David Edwards, or Michael Anthony Richards?
Let's a guess.
Give you a couple of seconds.
I'll give you that one, Mark. That would have been a difficult one for anyone to.
that was a tough question for anyone on the planet apart from you, Chris.
Not for
Chris,
me, who's
Chris,
says
Chris, it seems to me like you might have approached these questions the way that I did, which is to prove to everyone else how smart you are with GI Joe, possibly at the expense of their own feelings.
And also not realizing that it was called Elizabeth Tower and not Big Ben. So
I don't need Chris to make me feel stupid.
Question 5. In Action Force Monthly Issue 3, which was also reprinted as G.I. Joe European Missions Issue 3, Snake Eyes and Timber have to deal with a team of snow serpents and an experimental weapons developer in a story called The Cold Zone. What was the name of that weapons developer? Chamber, Chattel, Chimera, Choke, or Chromite?
Done. Okay, let's move on to those answers. So, Chris, you can reveal the answers as we go, and just mark your own homework and give me the score at the end of the round. Okay, so question 1
was the next issue, issue 2. They came polybagged together, and that's what you got free with the first issue of the comic, which was amazing because it was like double Christmas. It was the best.
That issue 2 cover, you've done a disservice covering it up, Mark.
Well, I'm illustrating the fact that it's free, 2 for the price of 1.
IDW should get Jeff Senior to draw some Real American Hero before 300.
They really should. Yeah,
that would be amazing. That issue 2 cover is one of the best covers I've ever seen. It's
I would suggest not putting him on interiors anymore, though, but maybe a cover.
Hot take.
Okay.
Question 2.
Mean take.
Okay, so in the comics, he was a Ministry of Defense liaison, Action Force European Operations Commander. It was, in fact, full name Raymond Trent, or simply Trent. Take Trent, obviously. Did anyone get Raymond as his first name? No. Okay, that's fair enough. I honestly, personally, I only knew him as Trent for so long, and it was only recently that I found out his full name was Raymond Trent. So yeah, cool.
Yeah. You talk like a long thread. I just always knew him as Trent when we were chatting,
Yeah, when we used to hang out, he'd call me Firelinks. Question 3. This is what semi-famous UK cathedral city was Flintbourne in Action Force. It was, in fact, Lincoln. So, yeah, that's why I said semi-famous, Chief, because I don't think people in England really know Lincoln that well.
I think Salisbury was the obvious choice, I think, but Lincoln. Yeah.
Did anyone actually get that one? No. Oh, Chief. Well done.
Yeah, Lincoln.
And I got it.
Oh, Steve got it as well.
Oh, cool.
This one is an absolute beauty. Gregory M. Natali was actually the name of Blizzard in the United States, I believe, and Gottlieb von Trapp was the reworked. Also, his birthplace was Leipzig, Austria, which doesn't exist because Leipzig isn't in Austria. So that was always a funny little mistake on the card as well. So, but they can get away with it because it's all made up anyway, isn't it? But yeah, Gottlieb von Trapp.
And of the other choices there, Captain Georg Ludwig Ritter von Trapp is the father in The Sound of Music. Michael David Edwards is the real name of English ski jumper Eddie the Eagle Edwards.
Fantastic.
And the other chap, Michael Anthony Richards, was Kramer from Seinfeld.
Wow.
Question 5.
Yeah, the experimental weapons developer. What was his name? It was, in fact, Chattel.
Yeah, badass costume.
This was one I always talk about this, and on pretty much every episode I ever talk about the comics in. but this was one I'd love an action figure of. Very Warhammer-esque and just really, really cool. I want to see that happen in action figure form.
He looks more like a GI Joe Extreme design than a GI Joe or Action Force design. And with that coat, he has the bulkiness of GI Joe Extreme.
Totally. I always thought the helmet looked a little bit kind of like Mace, Battlecore Mace, or in that era. But you're right, the whole getup is totally extreme.
Extreme to the max.
In more ways than one.
Okay,
we're not scoring it. We're not scoring it.
Oh yes, yeah. I've skipped ahead too quick. So, what was the score? The doors for this one. Tim.
I got 2.
2. Jay.
I got 2.
2. Chris. Nothing
0.
because you were the quizmaster. Steve.
3.
3. Very good.
Nice one, Steve. Good work, mate.
Falling ahead.
And Chief.
Yeah, just 3 for me.
Oh, just 3.
Just the 3. So Steve is pulling away into the lead there with the man to beat. Cool. So next up, we have got a special round. It is Kids with Toys. Thomas talks toys. So in this round, Thomas is going to be talking about some toys, giving some clues to the figure that he is looking at, and you have to give your guess as to what figure he is talking about based on his very vague descriptions with misleading or even potentially information.
Can't wait. Brilliant. It's brilliant.
So here we go. It is Thomas.
It's He-Man.
Question 1.
I'm Thomas and I'm back to do another video. I'm gonna say some descriptions and I'll tell you the characters at the end. So the first one is Black. They are on Cobra's team and they have red on them.
So we've got Black, we've got Cobra, and we've got red on them.
Second one.
Quick question: how well does Thomas know these characters?
Most of them pretty well. He's read the entirety of the Marvel run, most of the IDW run. So he knows his stuff generally, even if he's not describing them particularly detailed.
Right. Okay.
So here we
go.
And
are we saying Destro is on Cobra or not?
Jesus, Chief.
Oh, what does Thomas think?
I think it's Baroness.
Black, and he has a watch kind of thing that shoots out missiles.
Okay, that
go,
you might miss some of that one.
Yeah, could you play that
one?
Could you play that second one again?
Yeah. Okay, let's skip back.
They are on Cobra's team, and they have red on them.
Okay, so that was the first one. Question number 2 coming up.
Second one is also on Cobra. It's Black, and he has a watch kind of thing that shoots out missiles.
So Cobra, also Black, and a watch kind of thing that shoots out missiles.
Hang on. For some reason I've got 3 answers.
Are these 2 different people so far? I don't understand.
We've had one. Question 1 was Black, Cobra, red on them.
Yeah.
Question 2 was Cobra, Black, watch, shooty missile thing.
Okay.
James Bond.
Okay.
Jesus, Steve.
Is he peeking at your answers? Yeah. Okay. Question number 3.
One is not on Cobra. It's a GI Joe. It's white and he works in the snow.
Okay, so
works in the where?
GI Joe. GI Joe. White. Works in the co-op. Works in the snow.
On the
So not stalker
in the
then.
snow. Okay.
In snow.
Not roadblock.
Yeah. G.I. Joe, white,
He's
snow.
a white Joe.
Or iceberg or stalker.
Mm.
As I say, vague, even potentially misleading in places.
Vague.
Vague. Okay, let's go. Question 4.
This one works in deserts, opposite to the last one. He's wearing a hat and he has a mustache.
So he works in
That threw me
deserts.
right at the end. That threw me right at the end. I'm not
What
gonna
does the opposite to the last one mean? That's intriguing. That bit.
Well, the last one was something to do with the snow, and a desert is the opposite of snow.
Oh, I
So
see.
He works
Okay.
in the deserts. He has a hat
He's non-white.
and a moustache.
He's non-white. Okay.
So the opposite of no wait.
The opposite of snow is desert. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I see.
Okay. So everyone ready for?
Can
It
we
is
get
now.
scientists-
Everyone-
Can we get a scientist on the show next time, please?
Got Thomas. So last one. Question 5.
Dr. Thomas, you mean? Yep.
PhD.
Next
PhD.
one is quite metal. Let me just...
Quite metal.
They've got black and they're on Cobra's side.
Okay. So we had
Okay. Damn it.
we had metal, we had black, and we had cobra.
I tell you,
So-
anyone who gets 5 out of 5 this, I'm saluting you.
Vague. Okay. So everyone got their answers written down.
Yeah.
So let's go. Answer 1. Anyone willing to lay
I'll go
a
first.
strong feeling as to what this
Can I
be?
go first?
Yeah.
I immediately thought he was talking about Destro, but then at the end thought he was talking about Destro. So I figured I'd go with my other answer for that one, and I went with the Baroness.
Okay, Chief.
I went with Target.
All right. Deep cut. Okay,
That's wrong.
Let's see what Thomas had to say.
I've got a guess.
Number 1 was
Oh, well, he's showing you now.
Okay.
Baroness.
Get in.
Okay, so
just-
number.
I call
What
bullshit.
was your
There,
guess,
I
Tim?
don't appreciate that.
My guess was Star Viper, who's all black and has some red on his face,
Yeah.
and more black and more red than the Baroness. I should.
I'm wagering, though, that Thomas does not have that figure.
No, well, true.
I can imagine Thomas sneaking into his dad's toy box and saying, like, "Well, I read that issue with the Star Viper, and it's so
I'm
good."
wagering that Mark doesn't have Star Viper.
True.
Okay.
True story. Okay. Question 2. We had Cobra, Black, and Watch Hand that shoots Watch that shoots missiles.
Well, it can't be
Any
Destro
strong
because he's
feelings?
not Cobra. He's Mars.
I have a guess that's wrong. My guess is the Sergeant Savage Jetpack General Jetpack General Blitz, who comes with a compass ring, which to me is like a watch for your finger.
I feel like if that is the correct answer, Tim wins the whole thing right now.
I've got one as well, which because I didn't hear the watch part, and I just thought it was a launcher. Somebody said on the retelling of it, so I just went with Metalhead, thinking that might be one that you might have possibly. But that's just going to say it out loud. so you don't-
Sensible
it is
guess.
right,
Sensible
but
guess.
Okay, cool.
So let's see. What did Thomas
Right,
actually
let's
say
see,
about?
Right, let's see Destro then. Come on.
Just get him
Number 2.
live, Mark.
Destro.
Destro, interesting.
Yeah. Watch thing
De-
on his wrist
Destro-
that shoots missiles.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I thought Destro was at the end, so I've got it wrong. Got 2 wrong.
And any strong feelings about a GI Joe in white or white, something to do with white, and snow.
That's snow job.
I went frostbite.
I went iceberg.
Snow job.
Because iceberg's in white, and if this is about race, early Ron Rudat art has the 1986 Arctic soldier on the Joe team as Caucasian.
I believe that's the angle that Thomas was going for.
Probably. That's probably what he was thinking.
Not only does Thomas read my blog, he somehow has read the posts I haven't yet written.
He's a massive collector.
Hacker reported.
He's wily.
Okay.
Hacker report.
Let's find out what Thomas has to say.
Number 3.
Yes,
Snow job.
Snow job.
Snow
Get
job.
in.
Snow
Ball
job.
bags.
So number 4 was
I'll tell you what my number 4
desert.
is, because I've got a really good one for this, and I think
I also have a good one after Chris.
I think this is where, you were talking about, like, he might be misleading, he might not know what team it's and that kind of stuff, right? When as soon as he said helmet and Tash and desert, my head instantly went to Rock Viper. Not desert, obviously, but
that's good.
Tan gear, helmet, Tash. I'm just putting Rock Viper out there.
That's very good.
There you go.
But Chris, he said hat, not helmet.
Hat.
Did he? Okay.
But also, he's known to get things wrong.
My guess, this is important. My guess is the Sergeant Savage General Blitz with jetpack and a compass ring.
Is it the concept of... No, I'm just kidding. Go.
Let's find out who it actually was.
And number 4, finally, Recondo.
That desert fighter, Recondo.
Is he desert based? I thought he was jungle based.
That was
yes. That was the misdirection / being incorrect.
Did anyone get
Recondo? Okay.
No.
I got it.
You might have seen it. You might have seen it on screen, but did we have any strong feelings on number 5?
Oh, was it on screen?
I missed that. Missed that.
No, Mark means just a second ago. My guess for number 5, which is Cobra Black Missile Thing, my guess is Metalhead version 2. Has got a lot of black in him and is no longer... Isn't Metalhead version 1 technically an Iron Grenadier and not Cobra?
Yeah, I'm sure Tom knows that as well, yeah.
Yeah, so my guess is Metalhead version 2, but I'm holding that figure while wearing the General Blitz jetpack compass ring accessory, which is kind of like a mustache for my finger.
Amazing.
Win.
Okay, so we had Metal Black Cobra, and it obviously that Cobra who's
Cobra Commander,
made out of metal.
Red 7. Oh no, it was
Bat. Got them all right.
I bloody got a bat in front of me,
like
and I couldn't even work it out from his
sometime.
description.
See?
Okay, so he's going to say goodbye now. Bye, Thomas.
See you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you,
That's
mate.
all from me, folks. Bye.
Bye,
I've got
buddy.
that T-shirt. That ATAT T-shirt's a great one.
Is it the same size?
Yeah, I stole it off Thomas.
It looks like you're wearing it now.
Yeah, I wish. I'm freezing.
Around your leg.
Well, Mark, I look forward to all of the research you and Thomas will do in the coming months and years to beef up Thomas so that he can one day become a co-host of this podcast.
That's the
I don't think
dream.
it'll take much.
Okay. So let's go scores. Tim, how'd you do on that one? I think 0 because I didn't recognize any of the things that you said.
0, but this compass ring I'm wearing right now makes me feel grounded, it makes me feel like a winner. It was like a prize when I opened.
And Mark, you better buy Thomas that figure ASAP.
J.
2.
Yep.
Chris. 2. And
3.
Steve. 3. Wow, that's amazing.
3.
Steve,
Look at this dickhead trying.
Oh, fuck off, Chris. Chief, I'm representing a continent here, man.
Okay, fine.
That's our responsibility.
Amazing.
True
Well,
story.
so am I. One,
As a young
please,
adult-
Mark.
I will also
Well,
say I'm
young
trying
adult,
too.
I-
I'm also
I-
trying
I was-
too.
I was
So-
playing a desert scenario not too long ago, and Dusty's the obvious choice. but who else from the early series is
Hey,
GI
you don't need to justify your answers to me.
Dude, he's the only one who's tan. If you think about it, who else is completely head to toe tan? Who else is going to look good with Dusty?
Clutch version
Dusty
2.
Okay, damn it.
You know
deep cut.
when
He's got a beard.
when Rakondo's keeping Gung Ho from shooting that rhinoceros in that episode, Rakondo is not in the desert; he's in the jungle.
True story.
Yeah.
He's Tiger Force
Okay.
Rakondo.
Oh, this isn't fair. S-Job's going to know all of these answers.
If I can remember,
With-
Chris.
Damn
Feels like
you
a
with your
long time
knowledge.
ago, man.
Comic ad talk.
Oh, this is
So-
interesting.
Next up, it's S-Jubs with comic ad talk, and we have a jingle.
It's comic talk, but not as you know it. I'm asking Chris questions. Let's hope we don't blow it. I found some ads in this comic I'm reading. Chris's brain is working overtime. I think you hear it bleeding. NFL and NBA trading cards. He's digging up answers like bodies in graveyards, cereal, candy, and video games. His knowledge is good. Is it as good as he claims? Can he name the X-Men or even the Avengers? Landing answers like right hook might need some dentures. If you don't like this segment, you best take a walk because it's comic ad talk within comic talk.
I can't tell you guys how much editing I had to do on Chief's vote.
Was it just me, or was it quicker at the beginning? Maybe it was my bad.
Yes, it was. It was out of sync completely.
Like, I swear, it was all over the place, and I had to chop it up like a Christmas tree. It was amazing.
Oh, what a tune! What a tune!
It is a banger, though, Chief. That is one of the. That's on the album, innit?
Yeah, that's on the album. It's 36 tracks. Right. Let's go, S-Jobs. I've got places to be.
Indeed. Question 1. In 1982, how much would a year's membership to the Mobile Strike Force team set you back? Is it
Wait a minute. Is the answer in that? If I zoom in close, is the answer on that?
It's redacted. Redacted.
No.
Redacted it.
Can't see.
You sneaky chief. I thought of you. A, $5. B, $6.98. Or C, 10 US dollary dues.
Dollary dues.
What the hell is the Mobile Strike Force team? Okay, fine.
Okay.
It was the collectors. Well, it was a club back in the day. There was the original.
I don't know. I'm faking interest. I don't really want to know.
Love it.
Okay, stick down your answers.
Question 2. What company developed and published the 1983 GI Joe Cobra Strike video game?
I think I
Was
know
it
this one.
A, Milton Bradley, B, Parker Brothers, or C, Coleco?
Cobra's looking for a few bad men. G.I. Joe is looking for a few good men.
And we
Is that Herb Trimpe? Is that Herb Trimpe art?
we think so.
Must be.
Hmm.
Okay. Moving on.
Question 3. What toy has been redacted from this mail-away offer? Is it A, the Manta, B, Cobra Commander, or C, Major Blood?
Get ready for action and adventure with these awesome GI Joe figures and vehicles. Order yours today.
Wow.
That's from memory, isn't it? Memory.
I've also redacted it from the pricing down below, so
Oh,
you won't get a hint.
Oh, clever.
that's extra diligent.
Good skills.
No extra points.
I can see
Okay.
it's not redacted so that Cobra Commander could fit in there, by the way, guys. So use them in noggin, you know.
What if the Manta's off to the side?
Yeah.
Catching some air. All right, question 4. Who is the card on top of the deck depicting? Is it
I
A?
don't think I've seen that.
Good question.
Have you ever read a G.I. Joe comic, Diagnosis?
Ooh.
Once. I started at a different time to everybody else, so
Okay.
These are all genuine G.I. Joe adverts, aren't they, from the A-Roll run? So
I don't think I've
I'll
seen
tell
that.
you what, Mark. You asked at the beginning of the show if I had a bottle up here. I need one now.
Shit, we better hurry. Is
Absolutely
it
disgusting.
A, B, Duke, or C, Cobra Commander?
okay, who's on that deck? Is that the Impel cards? Is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
The ones that went for 3.5 million recently.
Wait, what?
No, they didn't
Pokemon
really.
card collector bought a blind box, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. I forget his name. One of the
Was it
brothers
Yeah.
who's
Jake
Logan
Paul or
Thomas?
Logan
that's
Paul,
it.
one of them.
Logan
yeah.
Paul.
No, Logan Paul. Yeah.
Wait,
he
what
bought
happened?
some he bought some Pokemon cards and they had
Sealed.
GI Joe cards instead.
Thinking it was a first edition set, like like sealed, etc., etc. They opened it because he'd been told it might not be, and it was just full of GI Joe Impel cards. So he'd spent like $3.5 million on it, and it wasn't
Thinking
the
it was
case.
Pokemon.
Oh, you got me excited because I have two sealed. I have two sealed boxes of the GI Joe cards in addition to my complete set, and
Amazing.
I
You're
hear
a billionaire.
in the last couple of years
billionaire.
that cards are a big deal.
No, I think they're probably about $40 a box.
Right. I feel like it's because there were no holograms. I feel like no matter what, GI Joe sealed boxes will just never attain that level. I bought them at KB when they were discounted, so it was sad.
Now this is a good one, and originally Steve didn't have any multiple choice on this, so it was quite challenging, I think. But we've given you a choice now.
Not at all. You've
for Chris,
ruined
obviously.
this, you've ruined this.
Question 5. This toy offer included one of 3 different weapons throughout its period of availability. I'm talking about Steel Brigade, of course, to the listeners and not the viewers. Each was a reuse accessory from an earlier figure. Can you name all 3 figures?
That's a good
Is
question.
it A, Airborne, Snow Job, and the Cobra Trooper? B, Airborne, Grunt, and Recondo? Or C, Airborne, Crimson Guard, and Recoil?
D.
D.
Compass ring from me.
Compass ring.
Sergeant
Very
Savage.
good. General Blitz.
Okay.
That's it.
Decide on your answer. We're moving on. Oh, when we have a bonus question, actually.
Oh.
Ding, ding, ding. Bonus question. Steve.
When you face this character in the video game being advertised, what version of his outfit is he wearing? This is the Taxan video game from the early 90s for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So we've got Mirror Face Cobra Commander, or version 1 if you want to call it that. Then the Hood, version 2, 1984. The Battle Armor Cobra Commander, 1987. And the 1991 Disco Cobra Commander. That giant medallion.
That's what
year.
No,
what year
no
is this
one,
game? What year is this game?
1991.
No one calls. No one calls that version of Cobra Commander Disco Cobra Commander. You take that back.
Extra buff 90s Cobra Commander. How about
Rhythm
that? Look
and
at him.
Blue is what I
He's
call
got
him.
a bigger build than the battle armor. That's absurd.
Absolute
wearing-
thunder thighs.
Well, a different man inside the armor.
It's because he's been hanging out with Mindbender for like 4 years, in the gym.
It's all puffer. It's all puffer. The puff, yeah, just puffer jacket material.
Pirate
Okay,
shirt.
let's. So,
Good luck,
right,
everybody.
jot them down, and let's find out how you've got on. So, talk us through the answer, Steve.
In 1982, you'd only have to spend $5 for an annual subscription to the Mobile Strike Force team.
Hell yeah.
So the answer is A.
1.
1. Chris.
Very good. He's off the blocks.
It's competitive dad. Okay.
All right.
Right.
Which video game company
Parker-
published it? It was Parker Brothers. Hey, Chris
Revealing
has
it
got
before I can give my answer, though. It's not fair.
Apologies. All right. All right.
I'm kidding. I'm
next
kidding.
time.
Carry on. That's good.
Yeah, they didn't just do boxed games. They did video games as well back then. All right. So which toys redacted from the mail away offer? It was... Let's hear it from the
Well,
class.
any guesses first, class?
I want to say Major Blood.
All right.
I agree.
Tim
And-
says Major Blood. Oh, Jay?
And Tim just knows.
I don't see how it can be. I feel like it should be
Well, it
Major
is.
Blood,
So-
but he would have already been on the shelves like at that time. I don't understand why he would have been in that ad. I want to say the
He's
Manta.
Because he's overstock.
Overstock. Trying to get rid of untold stock, right?
Right. You are.
Blood.
All right. How did we get that?
Oh
one?
dear.
This I have no clue. I just guessed.
This
It
felt
has
like
to be
was almost
Cobra
a trick
Commander,
question.
surely.
Nah.
It has to be Cobra Commander.
We got one for Cobra Commander being the
I said
first
Hawk.
card.
I said Hawk.
Chris
Duke.
says Hawk. Tim. Oh, Jay says Duke. Very good.
I
Tim.
think it's Hawk.
All right. And you would be right. It is
Total
Hawk.
guess. Total guess.
No one
I
Amazing.
knew
likes
that
Hawk,
Duke was,
surely.
or I knew that Hawk was on the box, but I thought maybe in this ad it was Duke. Seems like I saw the Duke figure a lot, or the Duke card.
There you go, Chris, off the scale,
I'm so happy about that.
celebrating
So
there,
happy about that.
like he's
Alright,
in the
Steel
background on
Brigade.
Hasbro Pulse.
The Steel Brigade action figure came with 3 different rifles over its lifespan. Okay, are we seeing a C from Chris, Airborne, Crimson
Yeah.
Guard, and Recoil? Any
guessed.
variations?
I guessed C. No idea.
I thought A.
I think
No.
B.
Okay, that would be Airborne, Snow Job, and Cobra Trooper. Good.
Definitely C.
Tim?
B.
B.
They all
that's
seem
Airborne
credible, don't they?
Condo. They are all credible because they're all that sort of early run of similarly
The only
sized
reason I know
rifles.
this, Steve, actually, is because I know for a fact that Airborne and the Crimson Guard rifles were used, and obviously that completely destroys A and B. So
The key to unlock the door.
thank
Yes,
you very
wow.
much.
Mark does the extra. He actually has
5.
forced images of the accessories.
Very good.
So that's Recoil's rifle. Then I never had that figure.
Very good.
Yeah,
I
because
think-
Recoils was like sort of a baby blue, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
this was a more credible looking version of that. Yeah, I had no idea that was used.
It
Well,
was also
what
not fair
gives
that
it away?
I had to study that like loads when I did a panel on Special Corps, which is the UK Steel Brigade thing. So I studied this so intently. So it wasn't fair. Everyone else was a disadvantage here.
It just occurred to me now that the rifles all have bayonets, and of course in the artwork,
yeah.
in the full body artwork of the Steel Brigade guy, you can clearly see he's holding Airborne's rifle. But hey, if you've got a bayonet on it, no one will know the difference, right? All right,
True
let's
that.
move on. The bonus question: which version of Cobra Commander is represented in the video game, playing the final boss? Is the fourth one on the screen, the Disco Cobra Commander? That's what Chris says. Anybody got a different
maybe.
answer? Tim's also in with the
Tim for
gold
Disco
helmet.
Cobra Commander?
I'm just doing the John Cena. I'm not sure what.
All right.
Looks like
I went
everyone's
with
going
version
for.
3 just because.
Oh, Jay. Well, Jay, you would be correct.
Oh,
Good
wow.
shot, Jay. Good shot, mate.
Wow.
Even though the figure wasn't sold around the same time as the video game, the designers saw fit to use that sprite.
Jay,
that's
was that
brilliant.
a guess or did you know?
I kind of thought that if the figure and the games came out at the same time, that they wouldn't have necessarily been developing at the same time. But this
good
one had
point.
been out for a little while and would have been the one that was familiar and readily available for
Genius.
Lead time.
Clever.
So
No
how
time for that
did
round here, mate. No time for cleverness round here.
how did you do, Tim?
4.
Bravo.
Jay
3.
how'd you 3. Chris 5.
5.
Wow.
I didn't get the bonus one. I'm a bit
Steve,
upset about
thing. And Chief was in on
4, please.
4. Please. Okay, cool. What are we up to next? It's incoming. It's another special guest question. Who is our special guest this time?
Hey kids, it's TV's Brandon Jerwa. I'm on a very special classified mission right now, but I wanted to stop in and give a shout out to my favorite GI Joe podcast. What is it? Talking Joe. Woo! And now here's a trivia question. In issue 33 of my legendary run on the main title, Hawk finds himself in a hallucinatory bar scene seated between 2 dukes, neither of which is our own beloved Conrad Hauser. Who are the 2 dukes? The answer when we come back.
I just want to point out that Obi-Wan Kenobi looks great in that video.
Also known as old Ben Kenobi.
Now I might watch it.
Also
Now
known
you know.
also known as old Elizabeth Tower Kenobi. Old Sergeant Savage.
Okay.
I went for it, Karen.
So that's quite an obscure piece of trivia. It's two dukes that Hawk is hallucinating about being at a bar with. Any guesses from the panel before we find out what the answer actually was?
We should write them down. Wait, let us write them down before someone
Write them
guesses.
down. And I'll put on time. Do 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 do. Boom. Okay. What are people's guesses?
I can't remember, but I'm going to go just generically here and just say it's Scarlet and Roadblock.
I think it's Ant and Dec.
I think it's John Wayne and the Duke of Windsor.
Oh, very good.
That means
so
it
let's
Firefly
find.
and Tarzan.
No, I haven't read that issue because we haven't.
Yeah, we
gotten
haven't
to
got
it
there yet.
Let's find out
Spoilers.
what Brandon had to say.
Oh, spoil!
Look alive, soldiers. I gave you a trivia question before, and I'm looking for an answer now. In G.I. Joe 33, my G.I. Joe 33, Hawk is seated at a bar between two dukes, neither of which is Conrad Hauser, Duke of the G.I. Joe team. Who are the two dukes? Hunter S. Thompson, as Raoul Duke, of course, and John the Duke Wayne. Now you know. And you know what knowing is.
Just dawned on me now. I see it was a play on words. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is what he was
Spoiler,
talking about.
spoiler.
Spoiler of one panel. So there we go. It's at the bar there with Duke 1 and Duke 2. So Duke 1 being, let me actually shift this around. Duke 1 being John Wayne and Duke 2 being Raoul Duke, Hunter S. Thompson. Oh, G.I. Joe merchandise. That's me. So it's my round and a chance for another jingle.
So funky, so nice, it's G.I. Joe merchandise. Do you need it? Sure you do. It's G.I. Joe branded, fool. What shall we make? We can't decide. Pick some old crap and put Flint's face on the side. It's G.I. Joe merchandise.
That's great.
Very good. Very good.
Was that another Chief and Chris co-production?
No, had nothing to do with that.
No.
Solo Chief.
Wow. Solo Chief.
It was
so
really
funky.
good. It was really good, so I had nothing to do with that one.
It was just.
guys-
It looked like you're really into it, so I thought it must be one of yours.
So I can identify all these objects. What's the thing on the bottom between the two carabiners? Looks like a card.
Wait a minute, you said you could identify them all. Now you're asking questions.
I've no idea. I've no idea what that is, but it's not the question. That was just illustrates that G.I. Joe merchandise is a thing that exists.
It's all a bluff. It was all a bluff.
So this is the first question. What is this item? So a Action Force Hawk pointing at, probably bazooka.
Whatever he
You're
wants.
fired. But what does that appear on? Okay. Couple of seconds to think, and then I'll click on. Chris says very keen, which makes me think that somehow you know this, but
Actually, not really. I'm just having a guess, actually, because I don't recognise it.
I'm just going to take a wee in a bottle.
Oh, great!
Goodness sake!
Let me remove from stream.
Hang on. What stream are you removing?
Two streams removed here.
Oh dear. So
hideous. Absolutely hideous.
Classic Chief. Now we've got a G.I. Joe logo against a green background. It's looking a bit plastic.
Yeah, you know what that is.
So while we're waiting for Chief to come back, I'm not seeing anything hideous on the preview screen, so that's great. So Outback Stew, hi to you. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Outback Stew.
And let's push on with the next question. So it's another one of these. You're fired. But
Professional ex-wrestler. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, so it's Sergeant Slaughter. He's pointing at us. He's on something, but what is that something that he is featured on? Okay. Ready to move on?
This is a tough one, actually.
Okay. Question number 4. What is this? So it looks like grunt. We've got a bit of a hint as to what it might be. There appears to be a child's hand holding a pencil, drawing onto it. So
I'm going for a slightly obvious one.
What could it be?
That's better than Devil's Due colors right there.
You know that those panels with the two dukes. The first thing I saw was just the color.
Yeah. Devil's Due colors.
But again, it's a lot of publishers and a lot of color artists in 2003 and 2004. It's
Is
not
that True Colors you just did then, Mark?
Yeah.
Wow. Took me quite a while to work out the melody on that one.
Who hasn't been paying attention?
Yeah, someone's not listening to their Talking Joe. Yeah.
Well, not since it was episode 100 I was on.
Okay, next up, question 5. What is this? Again, it's a GI Joe image. It's on something. What is that something? It looks like. Ooh, who's at the front? I wouldn't like to pin too much on that. A GI Joe character in a green uniform. Could be any one of those. Any one of that first wave with Scarlet, Gung Ho, and the Mobat in the background.
Interesting.
What
Did,
could it be? Okay. So the answers. Are you ready?
I just want to take a guess. Is that a phone card?
I have no idea. Could be, yeah.
Because I kind of want one now.
Card-shaped GI Joe Rise of Cobra
To go with the rest of your Rise of Cobra merchandise collection.
On the giant Rise of Cobra bonfire.
I don't remember any of that in the movie theater when I went to see that film.
I wouldn't mind having that plastic cup with the red lid. I could put some markers in it. Like here, like right now, I've got my ever so slightly sun-faded Ultimate Spider-Man.
Nice.
For my pencils and pens, and in the other room, I've got my From Opening Night at the movie theater. It's much larger than this Pepsi Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace plastic cup.
That's
from which
really
I
cool,
need
man.
to get rid of
This
this
is-
Marvel crap.
We're showing all of our pen cups now, aren't we?
There we go.
Only if they're
Well, this one is quite interesting. This is a Kate McLeod special. She made this.
Oh.
It's a Baron Iron mug.
Wow.
Ceramic Baron Iron mug. And
That's
nice.
Yeah, got some pens and stuff in
That's
it. So yeah,
great.
shout out to the wife.
That's great.
Kate McLeod.
Very good. So I'll be
Groot.
interested to see how
Oh, you've
Chief
got a
scores on this round.
Steve's got a Groot and it's got a plant in it.
A little bit of bamboo growing out of Groot.
That's amazing.
Lift it up again. Oh wow!
That's fantastic.
It was also a drink cup from the cinema. Delightful.
That is a multi-tool right
Wait,
there.
is that plastic or is it ceramic?
Oh, it's plastic. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We love plastic.
Amazing.
Cerastic.
Ceramic.
I just put the same answer. I just put the same answer for all 5 questions, which was kite.
I think one of them might be right, mate.
Is it? Is one a kite?
I think
Yeah,
one
Amazing.
might be.
one's a kite.
That's a
Okay.
guess.
So, question 1: what is Hawk-On? Any strong views? A T-shirt? Tim?
I just want to answer the very obvious question. What is the item? Well, the item is an iron-on patch.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice.
So I sort of want to point for Anton.
He's trying. But unfortunately, the laugh at the end, Tim, completely killed it. You might have got an extra point there from Mark.
Tempted to take away a point there, if anything.
Mark's disapproving Herm is pretty compelling. Did someone else have a real guess?
I just said T-shirt. Oh, it's pants.
Underoos.
Swimming trunks.
Undercrackers, more like. They are beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, still fit into them.
Oh, if only that green Joe, if only that green Joe on the front of number 5 was wearing this, we'd have some variety to that one green
I
Joe.
think it should have a cobra eel right down the middle at the front.
Yeah.
What's on the back?
Oh dear, skid marks, obviously.
Skid mark, yeah.
Well, he's pointing. Do your duty.
Do your duty. Yeah.
On the back is a large iron-on patch of the 1994 Sergeant Savage General Blitz jetpack.
You're right, because skid mark would be inside, not on the outside. This is a pocket
I don't
patrol,
know.
right?
Young kids. Chris, of course, Pocket Patrol. Good skills there. We didn't get this over in the UK, as far as I know. So I never got this back in the day. So I couldn't be one of those cool kids with their with their belt.
I love. What was the brief on this? Could you just fit a child in this space? And the artist is like, I haven't really got much to work with here. I know. I'll just mesh him in as if he's been stuffed in a dumpster. There you go.
We've already comped in the text. So what little negative space you see here, the child's going to have to be perhaps folded in half, or making a circle where his toes are touching his fingertips. Perhaps he's stuffing some of himself into the very pocket patrol that is attached to his belt.
It looks like he's trying to transform into a pocket patrol.
Yeah.
They were going to reuse the art for the Transformers pocket patrol.
Did anyone on the thing on this have Pocket Patrol back in the day? Tim, did you have no?
No, I thought it was dumb.
Because it was.
And I thought it was a waste. I thought for that money you could just buy a figure.
Oh yeah, but don't forget as well what is really cute, which I really like about what they did here, is that there is a Pocket Patrol molded on Snowjob. I think it's Snowjob's leg, one of his thighs. He's got a Pocket Patrol molded on it, and it's really cool because you can tell exactly what it is as soon as you see it. You're like, oh my god, it's the exact same mold. So yeah, I know what you're saying, Tim, but I think it's quite cute that it's almost like a cosplay piece now.
Cool.
In Africa, we had actual pockets.
Way.
Amazing.
Living the dream.
Like that's Australia.
Oops.
So,
Clicking forward.
Oh.
So question 3.
I thought it was a kite.
Oh no.
It was not a kite, but question 3.
Wait, wasn't this art used for the kite also? Is that why Chris and I were led astray?
I do not know. It is Sergeant Slaughter party invitations.
Fantastic.
You're invited to a GI Joe party. Maggot.
One of my favorite GI Joe kites is the one with Sci-Fi versus Storm Shadow on it. I'm just like, what kind of fight is this going to be? Do you know what I mean? Amazing. Anyway, yeah.
Very quick one, because one of them's got a laser gun.
Okay. So what is this? Any ideas? If anyone's going to get it, it's going to be Tim.
Is this? It looks too big. Is this Shrinky Dinks?
Yes.
It's Shrinky Dinks.
Amazing.
Cool.
Come on, get in.
I wrote coloring book, so that's wrong.
Cool.
So
Shrinky Dinks.
Shrinky Dinks.
I spelled Shrinky Dinks wrong, so I'm only going to get 0.9. 0.9.
We actually did have these, not the GI Joe things, but we had they were called something else, and you draw, like you say, trace color cut, and then you put it in an oven and bake it, and it kind of Yeah, so
shrinks.
we had them too, but they weren't called Shrinky Dinks. I forget what they're called.
Yeah, it's
now,
like
though.
sort of a kind of polystyrene, and it's bigger, and you color it in, and then you shrink it down, and then you can make it into a badge or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used to do that
Pretty-
with crisp packets. Put them in the oven, make them into key
Yeah,
rings.
miniature crisp
What
packets.
are you playing at?
Jay, did you put things in your
So
oven
good for
as
the
a kid
environment.
to make them permanent collectibles?
Just food.
Flies in the microwave sometimes.
Oh, what?
No.
A flycrowave.
You guys
My
can
word.
see on the box front where it says before and after. It really does shrink to 1/4 of the size.
You used to say on the boxes, yeah, like you had like this is the actual size kind of thing, didn't it? Yeah.
And hence the
I thought-
name Shrinky Dinks.
Did they make like what were they called? Color forms that were kind of they
Those
were
are the ones-
plastic and they kind of stuck to like a smooth surface.
Yeah, it's like a vinyl surface.
Yeah.
So you'd have sort of
That's
a
kind of what I
battle
thought
theme.
this reminds me of, but I'd never seen these in this anywhere.
And then they had the ones that were like color forms, except instead of reusable, you would put the piece of wax paper on top and rub it with your pencil, and then peel it away, and now it was permanently pressed against a card battle scene.
Yeah.
But I forget what those were called. Oh, Presto Magics. That's what those were called. I have some Joe and Transformers ones from '84. I got them for 80 cents
Nice.
because they had been
So-
at a store since 1984.
Cool. So, last question of this round. What is this? Let's throw out some ideas. Let's get this one.
Stamp set.
Paper
This is
napkin.
a great one. This is a great one for the audio only listeners.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So, Tim,
Oh!
Tim, I think said it. Paper napkins.
Nice.
We've got
That
it.
is hideous. I love it.
Nice. But what's also great is that 2 of these characters are clearly drawn from the box art, and one of them is not.
Yeah,
But
no
which
idea
one?
what
I'm
that guy.
kidding.
I love trying to imagine sort of the art's direction or the actual like art making that goes into this. You know, it's like, well, here's your reference. Like,
Okay, so
Sure.
how did we get on with the scores for the merchandise round?
Uno.
Tim,
2.
2, Jay,
1.
1, Chris. Did you say
Uno. 1.
1? Yeah, I get it. I'm a linguist. And
Cunning. A cunning linguist.
and
Zimpini.
Steve
Goes
Zimpini.
to- Yeah, you said you're a linguist. That's Zulu, baby.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
2. Hmm.
And Chief. I didn't see
No,
any
none of them were
kites.
kites. No.
So
But kite was a good guess.
It was, definitely.
If you had to pick
Yeah.
one thing for all 5,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
like birthday cake topper, no.
It wouldn't have been Shrinky Dinks, put it that way.
yeah. If I've just put in kites as for every single question, you'd have won. Yeah. But unfortunately not. Just shout out to Anything Joe's who's watching live. Nice to see Chief Talking Joe. Yeah. In the Chief Loft.
He never
Cool,
talked
so-
Joe when he was on the show though.
Also, I am getting a proper case of hypothermia, but I am not putting my top on.
You're a Newcastle United fan or something. What's going on?
Yeah.
Put some clothes on.
No,
You can lead Chief to clothes, but he cannot put
Yeah.
them on.
I'm going to take my
Yeah,
shorts
crumbs.
off.
Oh, yeah. Give the listeners what they really want.
Tell me it was
No,
that kind of
okay,
show.
right.
It does feel like
Joe
we've broken the
after
watershed in terms of
hours.
time. Yeah, it does feel like we've reached after hours.
So Jay's up next with his Snake Eyes themed round. So let's take
Okay.
it away, Jay.
I'm hoping this is going to be exactly the same as Ben's round. The answer to Snake Eyes all the way.
I'm just gonna guess kite.
All right, in GI Joe number 2, Quinn gives Snake Eyes his weasel skull necklace. What is on the or what's on the necklace besides the skulls?
Is it the compass ring?
Oh dear. Call back.
What is on the necklace beside the skulls?
A bottle of piss.
Okay.
Snowflakes, because it's snowing in the art.
Yellow snowflakes. What?
All right, number 2. In GI Joe 19, General Flag, Quinn, and Dr. Venom are all killed. How did Dr. Venom die?
How did Dr. Venom die the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 3. In G.I. Joe number 42, Snake Eyes and Stalker visit the Vietnam Wall looking for the names of the men they served with alongside Storm Shadow. What's the first name of one of the men in their unit? Now, there are 3 others named, so you could put any one of the 3 down.
Now, are we giving one? Is there a 1 point max here, Jay? Or is it 3 point max?
That's up to you. I would say for the people behind like me, but no, then actually, no, just one.
One name is acceptable for the maximum of the 1
just
point.
Need one, yeah.
Okay, that's all we're looking for. Right.
All right, question 4. In G.I. Joe number 84, Zartan tells Fred 7 of his deal with Cobra Commander to kill Snake Eyes. Why did he agree to take the job?
Why did Zartan agree to take the job to kill Snake Eyes? Okay.
In number 5, Snake Eyes only ever said one thing out loud in the original Marvel comic run. What was it? And bonus, what is it? Bonus mark for the only thing he said in the IDW Hama run. I don't know what that one is.
That's one that only Tim would have a chance of getting.
Oh God!
I've got a real problem now because my headphones are about to run out of battery.
Oh no!
Are we going to go back to that crunching sound again?
Well, my questions are really hard, so the crackle might be a nice distraction.
I will mute myself. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So all done. Outback Stu seems to say I don't like mute people. That seems to so not a big fan of Snake Eyes. So answers. Question 1. What was on the necklace beside the skulls? Another good call out from the chat. Outback Stu. Best friend pendant.
My best friend pendant is in fact a 1994 Sergeant Savage. So with jetpack compass ring. Okay.
Thank you.
That one's retired. Thank you.
Okay. So who's going to shout out this one? We must have a few right answers on this.
Who knows? Somebody knows.
It's like fangs or tusks, right? It's like
you think it might be
teeth.
We said firing pins.
I put ammo.
I put firing pins.
Firing pins is correct, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. It is the firing pins to the Joe's weapons on his necklace. So no fangs, no bullets. Okay.
Wait, can you just go back for panel? Look at the with the answer. Look at those desaturated colors. Is that the brightest yellow? No. Is that the brightest maroon? No. Is that the brightest green and brown? No. Bright red, that's for effect. Okay, that's all.
That's beautiful. Beautiful coloring. I love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True colors.
I just read Batman Year One, and that has got the original colors on that are amazing. Like you said, Tim, they're so desaturated. It's.
Are you talking about
almost?
So that book was colored twice. Are you talking about the 4 issues or the book?
Yeah, so I've got the absolute version, which has 2 books in it. So it has it has the single issue coloring, and then it also has, like you said, the recoloring. But the original single issue coloring is it's fantastic. It's so muted. It's brilliant.
How did Dr. Venom die? Question 2. Steve, do you remember?
Strangled?
I'm no fun because I'm going to give the answer that I gave because I'm taking this way too seriously. I think we've established. But it was a hand grenade from the dead Quinn.
That's blowing the fuck
up.
Let's
jump for the win.
Yeah, Quinn kept his word to the letter. He did not.
Will you accept blown the F up?
Yeah.
That's
Okay, yeah.
that's acceptable. Yeah, a grenade fallen from a dead man's hand.
It's just
That's
awesome.
it. What a stud.
I've got to. I want
Look at
to see.
McLeod tweeting during the show.
What?
Seeing these, I want to go back and reread them again. It's so we're looking for one of three people of the people that served on the LLRP with
Ramon.
Snake Eyes.
Ramon.
Ramon.
I had Ramon and Dickie, and I didn't have Wade because that's the one I always like. I forgot, even though he's the main one. Like now,
Would you accept Lonzo or Tommy?
No, because they were in the question.
Yeah.
But the question's ambiguous.
Well,
I did say Ramon, if you want to check my answer.
yeah.
I was like, what is
You
the
were right.
name
I
of
think you were
one
one
of
of
the
the first ones.
men who served in the unit? Like, they served in the unit too.
They said
it was about
alongside Stalker.
who they were looking for. But yeah. Okay, question
and I thought
4.
that those names were given in 26, but like I said, they weren't named until what was that, number 42 or something. So that was kind of a surprise.
Very good.
Okay. Question 4. Zartan tells Fred of his deal with Zartan to get him to assassinate Snake Eyes. Why did Zartan take that job?
I think he needed money to buy a kite.
Or a shirt.
He never got that shirt, did he?
No, just a midriff. What do you get, man? Discount.
I put for the challenge. Is that wrong?
Well, let's find out.
for the money.
Any other things?
Is
Like
it
Tim,
revenge?
did you-
hard cash?
It's revenge,
Oh, okay.
right?
Well,
Why did
no, it wasn't even for Zartan.
Okay. I think
Zartan wanted to get in with Cobra.
why did
Commander.
Zartan take the job? So it was for the challenge.
The challenge.
That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit.
Absolutely pulled that one
Wow.
right out of my grundle.
He said, Cobra Commander offers him the money. He says, keep it. I'm not for hire. I do things for the pure challenge. And he said, there's nothing more challenging than this assignment. And goes on to give the details of who it's going to be. And then he says, is that a little bit too challenging for you? And then he takes that job.
That feels very un-Zartan. That is terrible writing by Larry Hammer.
It's why I knew it, because I knew all the terrible things that happened.
Right.
Classic issue.
Massive guess.
Who was the co-host when this comic book was under consideration? The same guy who got it correct.
That's a good. Was it me?
It was you, Chris. Yeah.
I don't remember this at all. I mean, I don't remember covering it with Chief at all.
Fair enough. Yeah,
You know
won
more
that one,
about
Chris,
my
mate.
episodes than I do. That's amazing.
Super fan over here.
Or creepy.
No.
A little bit of both.
How, is that you outside? Are you outside my window? You're not even in. This isn't 4 a.m. You're just outside. Hi.
We got a portal between Rhode Island and Australia.
Wormhole.
You know, if they keep up with this show, it'll soon for S-Jubs be not an unreasonable time of day.
Soon it'll be the end of the
True
day.
story. I record GI Joeberg in about 10 minutes. So yeah,
So you better get the hurry up on.
This
Okay.
sweet spot.
So, question 5: what was it that Snake Eyes said in the Marvel run?
Scarlet?
Yeah.
If you wrote scut Scarlet, I'll give you a bonus point.
I didn't write that many skers. I just wrote Scarlet is what I wrote.
You've got to get the right number of scuds
That's what
there.
Mark said behind the scenes when we were talking about it. He asked me, and I said Scarlet, and he goes, "Well, technically, Scarlet."
So wait, do I not get the point if I just wrote Scarlet?
You'll get the
Yeah, we'll
point.
give
You'll
it to
get
you.
the point. Too. So last, and then we said, what was the one thing he said in the IDW Hammer run? It was,
not get
don't
this.
lie to her, just
So
tell
I-
her the truth.
I wrote
Oh.
write him, which would be more correct if it was write her. So I had the idea of it in my head, but I don't get that point.
When?
Okey
Oh, okay,
dokey.
286.
Yeah, that I've never heard. I didn't. No way. Would I
That
have
was
known
the
that.
that was the recent Spotlight issue on Storm Shadow, where they sort of flash back to a period when they were in Vietnam.
That's a good comic book for all of you people watching or listening or participating who haven't read it. Thumbs up on that issue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got Matt Murdock in it.
Cool.
No, that's
So, oops, that's the observation round. It will be next. So, what was the scores for this one?
Oh, that was a bonus
Tim.
one, wasn't it? Okay, cool. Sorry, I was confused at
Two.
how I'd managed to get that many.
2.
2 points.
Jay, and that was the thing for you, and Chris 5. Whoa!
I got 5, but I said Ramon and Dickie, and I can't remember if you said you were giving bonus points for multiple names.
Jay said we were only going to get one for that. Yeah, you did.
5 is.
And Steve
4.
Steve 4, and Chief
2.
2.
Right,
Okie
you got 9 minutes. You got 9 minutes and 3 seconds.
Okay, so I'll skip past the bonus round so that we might maybe we'll do it at the end.
What is the observation here?
Actually,
well, to be fair, you did tell me. I asked you before, and you said it was going to be an hour and a half, and I'm already in trouble with the misses.
Oh, right. Okay, let's skip ahead to. I'm
not sure I understand.
Oh, Siri, yeah.
Perfect.
Here we go to Tim's round. So, Tim's comic trivia. I did this
0.
slide. The rest of them were Tim, so I'm getting the blame for the bad graphics on this one.
I was just going to say I like that.
Question 1. Artist Michael Golden is known for his Marvel GI Joe covers. How many GI Joe covers did he draw for Devil's Due?
I wonder if this is a trick question.
Oh.
No.
I don't know, so I'm just going to guess.
Yeah, you're right. 0.
Question number 2. Artist Mark D. Bright penciled 16 and a half issues of Marvel GI Joe. How many covers did he draw?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good question.
The-
That one, that one, that one.
That one and that one.
That one.
You're telling them all the answers, Chief. It's that one. You're giving it away. That one.
Okay, done. Yeah, I know. I think I know that one.
Question number 3. In Special Missions, issue 28, the Defiant lands on the USS Flag. I just want to rephrase this so we all know how amazing it is. The space shuttle lands on the aircraft carrier without the benefit of what key item?
Okay.
Aided by Chief's hand.
Question number 4. G.I. Joe, and historically American comic books in general, have been dominated by male talent. Name the 2 women who have penciled Larry Hama G.I. Joe comics.
Ooh, I definitely know one of these.
Yeah, you know one.
R.I.P., I think. That was a good issue as well. But I don't know the second one.
Bonus points. Name the issues. I don't mean the title.
5.
I mean like the
61. 12.
Oh dear. Okay.
36.
Question 5. In April 2012, Larry Hama appeared at a Boston area comic book shop, his first Massachusetts store signing in at least 25 years, and possibly his first ever. What is the name of that retail establishment?
Okay.
Bonus points. In what city did this event take place?
Could you just go back one, please? Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. That'll do. I'm good.
Okay.
Ready for the answers?
Wait, what was the bonus question?
What city?
The bonus question was what city?
Oh.
This second bonus question was what city?
I like that graphic, Mark. Question 1. Michael Golden is known for his Marvel G.I. Joe covers. How many G.I. Joe covers did he draw for Devil's Due? Answer.
2.
0.
1.
Yes!
Cover to America's Elite number 36, cover dated June 2008. It is a wraparound cover. And interestingly, that's pencils only there. It's It's not an inked
Yeah, no,
cover.
it doesn't look like Michael Golden art, does it?
Amazing.
I think it does look like his later stuff. His later stuff is a
Right.
little less rounded. Question 2, artist Mark D. Bright penciled 16.5 issues of Marvel G.I. Joe. How many covers did he draw?
12.
I was going to say, is it the same amount that he penciled?
Well, here's a hint, because many of his issues, Andy Kubert was the cover artist.
Okay.
So it's a smaller number, unless he had a run. He didn't have a run. So the answer is...
I put 8.
The answer is 3.
Oh, damn it.
I was way off.
Andy Kubert and Ron Wagner. Oh, and Lee Weeks did the other cover during... Because Lee Weeks had a cover run. Andy Kubert had a cover run.
Did Weeks do any interior work?
One issue, a fill-in. Right after he'd signed on to draw Daredevil. So he had to miss an issue of Daredevil early on in his run. Question 3 in Special Mention 28. The Defiant lands on the flag without the benefit of what key item? When jets land on aircraft carriers, there's a thing that slows them down. They have a hook, and the hook grabs an
arrestor cable, isn't it?
Arrestor cable, isn't it?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. So there's a cable, and the plane would have a hook. So yes, without an arrestor hook. You can see the cable on the top of the panel. At the time when I read this, I was like, awesome. My brother was like, that's a little silly, but awesome. My brother knew that this was not realistic, but we let it slide.
I'd like to see the displacement of the flag when the Defiant came down on it.
Probably just been obliterated as soon as it hit the neck.
It swipes to the last issue.
Yeah, it's quite. Question number 4 at GI Joe. Twice women, two women have penciled Larry Hama GI Joe comic stories. They are Marie Severin and Kei Zama.
Oh, cool.
Kei Zama had just drawn Optimus Prime, the monthly Optimus Prime for IDW, and has done some Marvel work since. So, bonus.
It's nice.
This would be.
Yeah, I met her at a Thought Bubble convention. She's really cool. She's really nice.
Name the issues.
Issues 28 and Yearbook 2019. If you guessed Andrea Mutti for Origins 8, 9, 10, you are incorrect.
I just got Yearbook.
I think we can call that a bonus point.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Because I'm not sure in the indicia that it says 2019. My copy is 5 feet away. Larry Hama appeared in Massachusetts in 2012 at.
Is this your own shop, my friend?
This is. I thought this would end the show. We often end the show with me plugging my damn store, Hub Comics.
Can I get that bonus then?
Probably.
Somerville?
Yes, Somerville, Mass.
Baby.
Oh,
sketching Bucky O'Hare.
Got 5 out.
Cool. Let's play that.
Hub Comics, your local comic store. Hub Comics, in Boston to explore. Hub Comics, your local comic store. Hub Comics and much more.
Hub Comics in Somerville near Boston. Check out hubcomics.com for details.
Hub
Comics.
Our local comic store. So, final round. What were the how did we get on? Wow.
Chris is unstoppable, man. Damn.
I caught fire there.
Oh, skip that one.
Katie for the win.
So Jay,
it's being close to Hub Comics though. That's the trick.
And yet you never visit the store.
I never come in. Never.
Now who's the lurker?
Yeah, that's going to be me.
Oh, so before we have the answers here, we've got Chris on 20 and Steve on 19. So all to play for the GI Joe Squiduenjoe
Chris said he got
crown.
5.
Yeah, but there were some bonus questions there, so Okay, Chris.
That's why I got 5.
Clearly, the guy from
What about Jay?
Jay, what did you get? Did you get 20? Did you get
from that one,
25?
I got. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 from that round.
Okay, and Steve, what was it?
3.
3. Oh, so
Steve, it was a good battle, mate.
You bloody
it was.
Sorry.
Chris gets it.
My imperial nature, isn't it?
I don't
We
need my
have
2
a
points, by the way.
winner.
I
We
don't
have
need
a
my 2
winner.
points.
There we go.
You cheat the shaft there.
I'm actually surprised
Well done.
because I thought you guys were going to rinse me on some of that comic stuff.
When we do this again for episode 200, we'll just ask lots of questions from issue 156 and up, and we'll rinse you.
I've read them. I just haven't read the last 3. But I thought it was going to get destroyed on the Marvel comics, honestly.
And we'll have a few more rounds just about snacks to give Chief a bit more of a chance to sort of narrow the distance on the scoring. So,
Thank you.
So yes, I think that's us at an end. Some of us have got places to be. So let's have a shout out for the things that you want to plug. So Steve, where can people see you next?
GI Joeberg everywhere. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. If you want to see or hear 3 South Africans just geek out about GI Joe, be it toys, comics, TV games, movies, whatever. That's my thing. I've been going for like 10 years, I think. Oh,
Wow.
God, really dates you, doesn't it?
And Chris, where can people find you?
The winner of the quiz, I'd like to be referred to.
Oh, it's your new title.
Winner Chris.
Not
I'm
Riz.
kidding.
Not
I'm
Riz.
Champion.
Gently
Champion.
buff.
Yeah, I'd prefer
Talking
champion.
Joe, Le Champion.
Yeah, that's actually better. No, yeah, you can the Full Force podcast on like everything: Facebook, Twitter, Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, everywhere you want to check us out, you can. Yeah, Full Force. Full Force.
Full Force. Very good. Who else we got? We got Chief. Chief, where can people find you these days?
Naked in his blooming.
Jump onto Armor Geekdom on YouTube or Armor Geekdom Box Breaks on Facebook. I'm opening boxes of trading cards, Marvel, Star Wars mainly, but doing some Game of Thrones as well. Selling spots in breaks to open boxes of cards. So check me out there.
And Jay, where can people find you?
Break Room Sketches on Facebook.
Very good. And let's double dip with some promo here, Tim. Where can people find you?
My store is Hub Comics, website hubcomics.com.
Is it?
It's in Somerville.
And my we're also on YouTube. And my blog is arealamericanbook.com.
When's the book coming out?
What's on there?
Gotta keep writing it, but
okay.
But thank you for. Gotta keep writing.
Okay. I want the book. That's all. I want the book.
Thank you. I know.
I've read a few chapters. It's amazing, but it's probably changed since then, right?
I had to order an old GI Joe book off eBay the other day.
Written by somebody else.
Right, because I don't have one by my Talking Joe co-host.
It's gonna be a good year.
Sad.
Mark, where can people find you?
Oh, they can find me at talkingjoe.co.uk. That's the website where you can find all of the social media, the links to the podcast, and Patreon and whatnot. So big thank you to all of the Patreon.
So you're on Whatnot now as well? Yeah, Whatnot.
And OnlyFans.
No, you're not on Whatnot. Okay.
Yeah, and the links to the OnlyFans and all of that as well. So that's great. Chief is already giving a preview, I think. But so I think that is us done. And can you join us in our brand new sign out where Tim shouts,
"Nobody beats Talking Joe,"
and the rest of us shouts, "Yes," with guys from Australia, and America,
Pawtucket.
and Pawtucket, and Somerville, and Ohio, and a loft. So
I'm going to a hospital to treat this hypothermia right now.
So thanks everyone for joining us, and see you next time. Bye. Laters.